Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. It is Wednesday, so it is time for my weekly weigh-in and the WW meeting topic. So last week I gained a pound. This week I lost a pound. I've got maintenance down pat. Sadly, I want to drop about 8 pounds. So having maintenance down pat is not a good thing right now, but that's okay. It was a loss, and I'm going to keep it going this week. I have my week all planned out, and I don't think we have anything special going on. We're supposed to play Pinochle Saturday night, but now it's a possibility that we're going to get a foot of snow, so that'll probably get canceled. The boys have a track meet, but no spectators allowed, so not going there. We thought we were going to have to take a ride down to the boys on Sunday to drop some stuff to them, but with the weather being, if the weather's bad, we're not going to be doing that. Because if we took them down, if we drove down, we'd probably either have dinner out or take them to lunch or something. So who knows what's going on, but I am going to roll with it. I am going to make fabulous choices because it's what I need to do. So that's my weigh-in, down a pound. And I'm not upset about a pound. A pound is a pound. But I really thought it was going to be a little bit more, so I was a little surprised. I really thought it was going to be 2 pounds, but it's okay. It's okay. So that brings us into this week's weekly topic. Meet your stay on track tool for healthy eating. And guess what that is? What's my favorite thing to do? What's my favorite thing to talk about? And it's not coming up on my iPad, so hold that thought. Sorry about that. I clicked on the wrong thing. So, meet your stay on track tool for healthy eating. Try this. Spend a few minutes answering these questions so you can map out some or all of what you'll eat this week. Yes, my friends, they're talking about meal planning. And you know that's a hobby of mine. It is. I take it to the nth degree sometimes, but I enjoy doing it. It works for me. Doesn't work for everyone, but it works for me. But we'll talk about that in a little while. Let's actually stick to the topic a little bit this week. Then I'll go off on my tangent. So they want you to figure out how you can meal plan. Number 1, what meals do you want to plan? There are so many people that pretty much eat the same thing for breakfast and lunch, or have a real nice rotation of those things, that they don't have to think about it. It comes naturally to them. But dinner's another story. So there's a lot of people that just want to plan their dinners. Maybe you have a busy work day outside the home, so you have to plan so you can thaw your meat the night before, or pull out that frozen container of soup from the freezer the night before, or you know you're going to have to stop at the grocery store and pick up that fresh ingredient that you need, something like that. So the most planned meal is definitely dinner. So figure out which meal you want to plan, and then number 2, figure out what you are going to make. Because you need to know what you're going to make so you have all the ingredients and that you have the time to do it. If you are out of the house working and have this super busy work day for 8 or 9 or 10 hours, are you gonna feel like coming home and making like chicken pot pie and making your crust from scratch and, you know, deboning a chicken and all that? No, save that for the weekend. Throw something in the crock pot before you leave in the morning, or make, you know, just plan on like throwing pork chops on the grill. That's so super easy. Things like that. That's why you need to plan. You might have all these grandiose dreams, but when push comes to shove, it's not going to happen. Number 3, what do you need to buy? If you plan a week in advance, you can make your grocery list for the entire week. Or if you like to fly by the seat of your pants and you kind of eat the same things over and over, you have the staples in the house that you need to make dinner. You have your protein sources, you have your fat sources, you have your dairy, you have your carbohydrates. Long as you have everything in the house that you need, you can throw something together. It does not have to be a gourmet meal. every time you sit down at your table. Number 4, what do you need to prepare? Maybe you're going to be making a big pot of soup on Monday. On Sunday, maybe you take the time to chop up all the veggies you need for the soup. So Monday, it's a little bit easier to get done. Maybe you need to marinate your pork chops for Tuesday night. On Sunday, thaw them out, put them in the marinade, let them marinate for 2 days. They will be fine in the refrigerator for 2 days. Things like that. Maybe you need shredded chicken for a couple different meals. Toss a whole chicken in the crock pot or in the Instant Pot or roast it in the oven and then shred that baby up and you have your meat for the next couple meals. Prep does not have to be an all day 5, 6, 7 hour ordeal where you are making every component of every meal for the week. It doesn't have to be that way. You can just prep ingredients. You don't have, like, I don't like reheated food. I don't like leftovers. I don't prep because of that. And it's a little easier for me because I do work at home. So I'm here. But I still do some prep. And that's like chopping up my veggies for my veggie trays and stuff like that. That can all be done. You can do whatever level prep that you are comfortable with. I don't like to eat the same thing for days in a row. So like, I'm not going to make a week's worth of, the same breakfast or the same lunch or whatever. That's just me. If it works for you, all the better. You have to adapt your food prep, your meal planning, and your shopping to fit your lifestyle. You do. And that's okay because all of us are different. We all eat differently. We all shop differently and we all cook differently. And that's okay. You have to do what works for you and what works for your family. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. So, figure out what you need to prepare. Like I said, it doesn't have to be elaborate. They said, let's dive a little deeper. We've said it before and we'll say it again. Meal planning may not sound sexy, but it can make your life and your weight loss journey a whole lot easier. 4 simple steps. Number 1, figure out which meals you want to plan for the week. Figure it out. Do you want to plan your dinners, your breakfast, your lunch? You want to plan all of it. Your choice. And shameless plug here. If you would like a meal planning sheet, go over to my website, joanspointedplate.com, and click on the free printables link. I have about 10 different meal planning sheets that you can print out at home for absolutely free. I print it out, I 3-hole punch it, and I have a little meal planning binder that I use. I love it. In essence, it's pretty much free. Tiny little bit of ink, 1 piece of paper a week. Perfect. You don't have to buy anything fancy. You do not need a $60 or $70 meal planner to plan your meals. You can use a sheet of loose leaf paper. You can use a Dollar Tree notebook. Whatever works for you. Remember that. Whatever works for you. So figure out what you want to plan and then start planning it. Think about food you love. Think about the dinners that you love. Think about the lunches or the breakfasts that you love, that you want to eat. Plan those. Maybe you want to try a new recipe this week. Maybe somebody gave you, I don't know, a beautiful beef rump roast. Somebody had it, somebody gave it to you. Go online and find a recipe for it and make that. Don't be afraid to try something new. Okay, number 2, decide what to actually make. Consider the recipes in the WW app. Of course they're gonna say that. Consider the recipes on Joan's Pointed Plate. I'll say that. And then find something that everyone will love. Don't forget to plan snacks and sides, not just meals. I always I'm a traditionalist. If we're having some sort of meat, I have a carb and a veg with it. It's just how we are. It's just what we like. Sometimes, you know, like instead of a sweet potato or a baked potato or rice, I'll have butternut squash instead of that, because to me that's a little bit carby, but it's a veg. So just plan what you like. Eat what you like. Just please remember the most important thing, and I know you get tired of hearing me say it. I know you do, but that's okay, because I'm going to keep saying it. Whatever you eat to lose your weight, you have to eat forever to maintain the loss. Love what you eat and eat what you love. If you start this journey and say, well, I'm not going to eat pasta because it's pasta, so I'm going to have zucchini noodles instead. That's great if you love zucchini noodles, but stop and ask yourself, am I going to eat zucchini noodles for the rest of my life and never eat pasta again? The answer is probably no. So learn early on in your journey how to fit in those foods, how to make room in your points budget for those foods. Because trust me, I have heard so many people say, well, once I hit goal, you know, I'm going to go back to real pasta and real rice and real pizza and, you know, this or that. I guarantee you, if you hit goal and do that, you are going to gain your weight back. I know it for 100% fact because I belong to a couple Weight Watcher lifetime boards. I see it. I see it. I see people losing 50, 60, 70, 100 pounds. And in 3 months, they've gained 30, 40, 50 pounds back because they stopped doing what they were doing because they figured, well, I'm at goal now. I can go back to what I was doing. You can't. Your body gets conditioned. So learn how to fit in those foods you love. And I'm not saying every single day. Moderation is the key. It is. Okay, off my little tangent. Number 3, create a grocery list. Look at your menu, look at your meals, look at your recipes, and make your list off of that. And don't forget to shop your pantry. Maybe you want to keep your budget down a little bit. Go to your pantry, see what's in there, see what you can do. Have fun with it. Pretend you're on Chopped and you just got this basket full of different stuff. Make something up. Not that hard. And number 4, plan for meal planning. Yes, planning takes planning. Think about how much time you'll need and when you'll start cooking. I menu plan generally on Mondays. That's my menu planning day. And then by Wednesday, I have my final menu plan for the following week done. Now, granted, I have to do things a little earlier because I do film my menu for you guys. So I have to do things a little bit earlier and all that. But my menu for next week, into February, I guess, is already done. Because I go a week prior. I do all my dinners a month in advance because I only grocery shop once a month. So I have to kind of know my dinners, and I love looking at cookbooks and cooking magazines and Pinterest, and I love finding new recipes. So for me, it's fun. I know for a lot of people that's crazy and it's a chore. So you don't have to go nuts. You don't. Think about what you eat. Write down a list of family favorite meals. There's your meal plan. There's your meal plan. Make sure it's a variety. Get some chicken, some fish, some pasta, some beef, all that. Make it a variety and make it delicious. That's what it comes down to. If your food is delicious, you're going to eat it. If your food is not delicious, you're going to eat it and you're going to use the points. Then you're not going to be satisfied and you're not going to be satiated and you're going to go digging in your cupboards because you're looking for something to satisfy you. Dinner for me is usually my highest point meal because I want a beautiful, decadent, satisfying dinner. I want a sauce. I want a gravy. I want comfort, generally. So I usually have higher point dinners, but I also have lower point breakfasts and lunches because I work around my 0 point foods. And that's what you can do too. So just stop and think. This week, just do me a favor. Here is your challenge from me. If you are not a meal planner, go and print out a meal planning sheet or get out a sheet of paper and just sit down for 15 minutes, just 15 minutes, and jot down 6 or 7 dinners or, you know, if you're a leftover person, you know, account for your leftovers. Just sit down and jot down a few dinner ideas that you would like to have this week. And don't take on all the responsibility yourself. Go to your husband or your children or your significant other, or if you live with your parents, go to whomever you live with and say, hey, what are you in the mood for dinner this week? Is there anything you're craving? Is there anything you want? Bring the family in, let them help. Because they might say, you know, I'm really craving tacos. And you're like, oh, great idea. I didn't think of that. Or, you know, I'm really craving barbecue chicken because it'll make me think of summer and warm weather. As you can see, I'm like totally layered up here today because it's cold in the Jers. So think about it and just do it. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't overcomplicate it. If you're having a little bit of a more involved protein, just throw a potato in the oven and bake it. Don't worry about making, you know, some beautiful scalloped potato dish. You know, steam up some green beans. Don't worry about, you know, roasting green beans with balsamic and roasted red pepper. And keep it simple. Keep it simple. You can do this. I know you can. I know you can. And I am here to help you. You know this is a passion of mine, and you know I love to help. So reach out to me. You can reach out to me through my email. It's always in the description box below. You can reach out to me if you're in one of my Facebook groups. You can reach out to me there. Just reach out to me. I am here to help. I will link my menu playlist down below. You can see all my menus from the past, however long I've been doing it. I also did a little meal planning series. I'll link that up in the iCards and also down below. Maybe that will help. Maybe that will inspire. Maybe you will think I'm crazier than you already think I do. Wait, maybe you will think, never mind. If you think I'm crazy now, you'll think I'm crazier. There you go. That's what I wanted to say. It's early. So, you know, Weight Watcher says, planning ahead of time what you eat and how you'll make it happen can be the key to staying on track. Yes, it can. So just, even if you plan out 3 meals this week, just do it. Just do it. Just know what you're going to have. So the recipe of the week is pork chops and cauliflower grits for 12 points. Give or take, it's 12 points for me. I could make a nicer looking dinner for less than that. Cauliflower grits. Yeah, I'm not going to have cauliflower grits. If I'm going to have grits, which I've never had in my life, I know, all you Southern ladies are clutching your chest right now. Never had grits. But if I'm going to have grits, I probably want real ones. But it looks delicious, just not something I would probably make. But I do love me some pork chops. Love pork. I have a lot of pork recipes on my website. But I'm getting off track. Shocking, as usual. So, my friends, that is it. Come up with a plan. It does not have to be elaborate. It does not have to be elaborate, but come up with a plan. Because you know what I say. What my WW leader always says. When you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So, just try. If you need help, reach out to me. Have a fantastic week. Plan a little bit. Let me know in the comments below what you're going to plan. Let me know if you need help because I am here for you. And that's all I have to say about that today. Have a wonderful one. If you're not already subscribed, I would love you to hit that subscribe button. Click on the notification bell. And if you know someone who could use this video or any of my videos, please feel free to share my channel in your social media, at your WW meetings, or wherever you see fit. So thanks a lot, guys, and I will talk to you in my next video.